All right, hey, good morning. What's going on, everybody? Sunday morning, 8:45 in the morning, and on my way to go get some coffee because the coffee maker in the house stopped working. We've had that coffee maker for over, probably 5 years, so we got our life up out of it, that's for sure. Hey, I want to start this off by giving a very special shout out to the plumbing fairy who showed up and took care of the plumbing. So we're done. Everything is the way that it needs to be. Sewer line replaced, water line taken care of. Everything is good to go. And all that's left to do on this job is just to put the pavers back down. You know, to think about these quotes that we received, one was $5,800 just to replace a water line. The other one was $7,800 to do both. In total, by the time it's all said and done, it's pretty much said and done now. The only thing left is just putting those pavers back down. By the time it's all said and done, I've spent roughly around $2,000 to $2,500 on this job. And, you know, that's doing it my damn self, with the help of my helper and with the help of some advice and also help from some plumbing guys, one being my plumbing buddy Michael, and I cannot give a shout out enough to him, his expertise and his help with all of this. Without him, we would have been in a really screwed up situation. So again, a really special shout out to him. So what's next? You know, we took care of the plumbing, thinking about starting me a sewer and drain cleaning business. To be honest with you, I enjoyed the work, and I can see how there could be a shit ton of money in plumbing. I'm going to be honest with you as well. My respect level for plumbers went through the roof doing all of this work that we just did. So shout out to anybody who was in the trade. Yeah, what's next? Let me grab this coffee and I'm going to share with you this wild cockamamie idea that I have. We've got to do work. We've got to do stuff here on Joe Does Stuff. And wait until you hear what we're getting ready to try to do. So we need to find more work. Anything. So I'm going to do a little bit of a social experiment, and I've actually started to put that in motion already. I'm going to start posting everywhere that I can, trying to drum up work, but I'm going to do so in two different methods. One is extreme. The second is absolutely crazy. And the first one is what I've started with thus far. Basically advertising for any type of painting or repair work that's needed. Hell, I came this close to advertising for some plumbing repairs. But I'm not going to do that. I'm going to stick to my wheelhouse. And my selling point is going to be you name the price. That's right. You as the customer, if you're in need of getting some work done, painting, repair work, a vanity install, some baseboard, maybe some doors. If you need some work done, you name the price. Now, you're going to cover materials. I've already stated that. But how crazy would it be if we could pick up a job where the customer is going to name the price? We should get that price up front. I don't want to wait till the end of the job, but waiting till the end of the job could be just as entertaining as well. We let the customer name the price. Will they pay us fair? Will they pay us bad? Will they pay us more than fair? Will they not pay us at all? That would be crazy. Now, of course, this sounds too good to be true. And really, it's not. There is a bit of a catch. And I didn't outline, and I won't outline what that catch is. And the catch is that we're going to film the whole damn thing. Now, obviously, not making a mockery of the job site or anything like that. Whatever the case may be, if we decide to take on the job, no matter what it is, we got to get the job done at the price that is agreed upon, all the while trying to make the most entertaining content out of it as possible. You know, we wouldn't be in there doing no TikTok dances or no dumb shit like that, but you name the price. What is this job worth to you? That's Avenue A that we're going to explore. Avenue B, like I said, is absolutely insane, but we'll dabble with that as well. So what we're going to do is this week, it's Sunday as I'm filming this week, we're going to harp heavy on the fact of you name the price. Whatever the job is worth to you, we're going to take on the work and go do it, so long as it's somewhat reasonable, right? I mean, shouldn't it be? Ultimately, anything that I touch work-wise, anything that I touch at all, I always try to do my best with that. Now, I know there's a lot of debate in terms of the quality of work that we're doing. My slogan here has been Class A work at crackhead prices. There have been those that have argued it's probably more like crackhead work at crackhead prices. And I take offense to that. I really do, because I try to do my best with everything that we do. So going into a situation like this, we would absolutely try our best with whatever the job is and ultimately do the best job possible. But also, that would apply to the videos that we would try to make from this as well. Could you imagine the implications of something like this? I mean, think of the theories that we could put to the test here. You get what you pay for. A perfect example. Or what are you doing filming at my house? What are y'all doing? You're filming a video? I thought y'all were supposed to be working. We are. But this was just the fine print that was never printed. So again, that's Avenue A, but getting back to Avenue B, the more crazy route would be, hey, let us come do whatever job that you have. Now, obviously, we would have to agree to that job for freebies, for nothing, zilch. All you got to do is just pay for the material. I mean, you're going to pay for the materials for sure, but we'll do the labor aspect of it, the quality craftsmanship aspect of it for nothing. Now, in that particular regard, it's going to be known, but we're making a video out of it. There's going to be violin tracks. I mean, it's got to be something, because at that point, what we're hoping for is that the ad revenue that the video generates, if it even, the video could flop and then it's a real dud. But how crazy would it be to say that we took on a whole job for free? And then to showcase we're doing Class A work at crackhead price. I mean, this isn't even crackhead prices. This is no price. That's going to be the second avenue that we explore. And think again of the theories that we could put to the test with that. Would people take your kindness for weakness? How many people would call? How many people would schedule us? How many people would call to tell us we're crazy and that, we're messing up the game? The game is to be sold, not given away. Would we excel in a work environment where we were doing work for free? What if we are about to reinvent the wheel? I mean, I think so unorthodox with these type of ideas, right? Think about the world that we live in right now. People want the most for the least, especially in relation to any work and services rendered. And if you got to do it for the cheapest possible price, well, what if instead of worrying about what the customer is going to pay you or what you're going to bid this job at that you're not going to get because it's too high, at least in the eyes of the potential customer, what if we were able to change the entire construction industry to be geared toward the views of content? And that was how you were making your money. I know it sounds crazy. I look at some of these content creators who have successful construction businesses and they're successful in social media. You're getting paid twice from a job. And if those videos are killing it, you're definitely getting paid twice from a job. That's good shit right there. But if you suck at business and bidding like I do, maybe this is the safest and best route to explore. It's just a thought. The fact of the matter is the ball is in motion as we speak. I'm going to keep you posted. We've got to drum up some work. I'm hungry for it. I'd love to see us be able to continue. And who knows, even though doing work for free sounds so freaking crazy, I feel like it could meet in the middle with another idea that I've had. And I know this one's going to sound, wild, but You know, a long time ago on After Prison Show especially, I had this idea of starting somewhat of a temp service. It was like second chances or something like that. And it was going to be all of these things that I've described here with idea A and B. Doing work for what you think we should be paid for that work, mixed with doing work for free, to showcase that people deserve a second chance no matter what their situation is. Whether we're talking about ex-cons, maybe recovering drug addicts, you know, whatever the case may be, give a guy a chance to show you that he does have a decent work ethic, and pay us what you think that that's worth. All the while we're trying to, I don't know, do something good. Just an idea. Who the hell knows how all of this will play out? Nothing could come of this after all, but certainly we hope that something does. Anywho, that's what we got thus far, so we'll see where else we go from here. All back together. A little cup. And that cup right there. Yeah. All right, hey there, good morning. It is Monday morning, 10:41 in the morning. Nothing going on right this second. I'm getting ready to actually go wash my truck. That's what I'm getting ready to do right this second. So I want to share with you guys a little bit of stuff. It's the start of a new week. I'm trying to find us work for this week. And the way that I'm going to go about doing so is advertising for you name the price and seeing what kind of can of worms we get ourselves into with that. So we'll see if anybody bites on it, and hopefully something comes of it. Now, real quick, I want to share this with you as well. I just got a email from a contractor that we do a decent amount of painting work for, and there was a deck staining job that they had messaged me about a month ago. I shared about that in video, but I'll bring you guys up to speed on it. So, wasn't happy about this. Contractor basically said, hey, look, we just built this deck and we budgeted $1,500 for staining it. Can you do it for that price? And because I like this contractor and we worked with this guy a little bit, I said, yeah, even though I wasn't really feeling that number. This job is over an hour away, and we would have to get this job done in one day, which is absolutely freaking pushing it. And you shouldn't have to do that. You should not have to fight to get a job done just to try to see a profit. That's not the way business should operate. But of course, you know, I said, yeah, we can do it. Now, keep in mind, it would probably have been about $300 to $500 in materials and $500 in labor just for one day. And hopefully I could see a $500 profit. That's, you know, the number that you want to be able to see or better per day running a business, 500 or better. 300 is barely scraping by. 500 is reasonable, and anything over 500 a day is where you really want to be at. I've never really been with those numbers, interestingly enough. So here's the deal. I would hear from that contractor again this morning, and my, oh my, have things changed. Now, let's also say that the deck is not the biggest deck. It's a decent sized deck with a very small little pergola area. So, of course, we would go in there, and the game plan was going to be, you know, prep it and stain it, spray it, and back roll it all in the same day. Unbelievable amount of work to try to get that done in one day. Well, things have changed. And folks, we've still got the potential of doing that same deck, but the homeowner wants the deck to be two-toned. They want to use a gray stain and a white stain. And this is insanity to me. So basically what it seems like is they want the entire deck to be a gray stain, and then the pergola and the balusters, they want to be white. Which, man, you are tripping. Can you imagine having to paint each one of these balusters white and keep that tight with everything else, your top rail, side rail, all of that being gray? How time consuming that's gonna be? And then talking about the pergola, and I don't even know what part of the pergola. Are we just talking about the top pieces, or are we talking about the whole damn thing? Again, time consuming. A $1,500 to just stain this deck one tone was not enough. It should have been around $2,025. It should have been about $2,000 to $2,200 is where it should have been at originally. So now the contractor's telling me, give him a price because he knows that this is going to take more time. Damn right, this is going to take more time. This shit going to be $3,500. I really want to say $4,000, but $3,500 is probably the price that I'm going to give him for this. And take it or leave it. I'm not trying to get rich off of this job, but again, this thing is over an hour away, and this is going to take days to get done. And this is going to be one of those meticulous customers. You know, gray and white deck, that shit just sounds crazy to me. It just sounds crazy to me. But hey, customer's always right, like a Burger King. Anyways, folks, I'm gonna go ahead and wrap this video up. I'll keep you posted. Let me know what you think this deck should be bid at. Again, keep in mind, balusters white, everything else gray, some form or fashion of the pergola gray. I mean white. I've never used a gray stain or a white stain. Never used one. Don't know the first damn thing about them. I got to imagine, and I know that it is, a solid stain. And let me tell you something about a solid stain. You're about to spend all this money on some wild colors that you can't guarantee. You can't guarantee the life of this stain for nothing, because it's going to be in a high traffic area on the deck boards. Anytime that you use a solid stain on a deck, it's a a high traffic area. It's not going to hold up. You're going to have to restain it within like 2 years, I think is what I've heard about it. Now, I've used solid stains before. I mean, they look great initially, but after a little bit of wear and tear, that stuff starts to come up, and there's nothing that you can really do to I mean, I guess you could stain it twice, freaking douche that shit with the stain to give it the best chance of life, but that's going to take a lot of time. Whatever, y'all let me know what you think. I think the number that I'm going to go with here is going to be about $3,500, and customer's probably not going to go for that. This is not one of those name your price jobs, but what if it was though? Whoo, could you imagine? Anyways, thank y'all for taking the time. Plumbing is completed. That was a fun project that I'm looking forward to. I would do that. I would definitely do sewer and drain. I think that is a great moneymaker, man. It is something that absolutely needs to be done when it needs to be done. And there ain't no cut. You gotta do it. Ain't no holding off on it when it's too late. But again, I hope y'all enjoyed this video. I look forward to sharing more with y'all real soon. And until then, take care.